Our First Looks coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Get your next laptop, tablet, Xbox, and more by going to firstlooks.tv/Microsoft. Our next guest is here. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Hi, my name is Megan from Kittens Volume 2.
Okay. So what do you do on Kittens Volume 2?
Well, we do all the aspects of FLL, such as we do robots, we build them, we program them. We also work on skit and project all the time to make sure it works and we all can do everything well. And then we also work on core values by using it in our everyday lives and making sure we are being respectful, responsible, and working hard whenever we can.
Okay, and what's your favorite thing to do on this team?
My favorite thing to do on this team is probably program. And build props. I find those two things a lot of fun.
Like your little ears.
Yeah.
Did you make them?
Yeah, our whole team made them, and we all got to pick our colors and stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay, so now that I'm paying attention, I see that everybody's got a different color.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Is that your favorite color, or?
It's one of them, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. All right, so tell me a little about programming in this competition.
Okay, so we have EV3 blocks that connect to our EV3 brick that we will use the motors that are connected to it to program the missions. So I love the competition. It's such a great spirit here. Everyone's always really nice and kind to everyone. And it's just a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing it.
How long have you been on your team?
I've only been here for 1 year. This is my first year.
Okay.
This is your first year. She's so passionate about it.
I
I love this.
My brother, he was on FLL 3 years, and his whole middle school. This is my 6th grade. He's in 9th grade now.
Okay.
And
So you knew about Lego League coming into it. You had
Yes.
already seen it because of your brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to some of the competitions and stuff.
Okay.
So I've only been actually a part of it for 1 year, but I've known about it for about 4-ish
Okay.
now.
Okay. All right. So is that what inspired you to join the team? Was your brother?
Yeah, he was kind of like, Megan, you should join. And I was like, because I'm not an engineering type person.
Okay.
But he was like, Megan, you should join. And I was like, and he was like, I'm going to put it down on your paper. And I was like, I guess I have to now. So I filled out the form, I turned it in, and I wasn't expecting a lot from it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I do, but I do love it a lot, actually.
It's very
so I'm
clear.
definitely going to join back.
Good.
And did you learn about programming from this? Or?
Yeah, I actually learned about programming because I didn't know everything, and neither did my coach. So my team helped us go along.
Okay.
Our coach knew some things and could give us a few videos to watch to help us program. But my team really helped me, and I love my team. Like, they're great, and they really have guided me through. So now I can program pretty well, I think.
That's really cool. What do you program with?
We program with the computer with the EV3 software.
Okay.
And there are little bricks that we use to program, so it's not like typing out code because this is beginner. I'm pretty sure we get to that in FTC or FRC, I think it is.
Yes.
In First Tech Challenge, they used to use the Mindstorms just like you guys do, but they've actually changed to Android phones in the last couple of years, which is an interesting.
Yeah, I find that very interesting.
Oh my goodness.
So the programming works very similar to the way the machine itself works, right? It kind of snaps together, right?
Yeah, because you can just connect the blocks and you can connect the motors, and you can have 2 motors, you can have 3 motors, and 4 is the max.
Right.
But the motors can all be doing different things. One motor could be steering you, while the other motor is making your attachment knock something over or something.
So I know that this year is your first year at this competition.
Yeah.
How about your team? Has your team been here before?
I'm not sure if they've all been to regionals, but I think I'm the only one who's only been doing it for 1 year. I think everyone else has been doing it for at least 2 years. So I was kind of, you could say, the beginner. But on our main team, there are 7 people. There are 3 girls and 4 boys, which is usually more balanced. But 4 of us are 6th graders. So I'm stuck with 3 6th grade boys, and we usually will work together sometimes, and then the older kids will work together, and then we'll combine stuff, and we'll do random stuff. But yeah, usually if the older kids have to get something done that we don't know how to do, they'll try and show us it, and we'll go practice something else.
And how do you like this competition, being your first time here?
Well, I'm really happy that I got to regionals on my first year.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
I'm really happy about that, yeah. And then I love the competition. I love what we do in it. I love that the tables are like fun to use, and I love going up there and like running our programs for everyone to see and being like, yeah, we did this. Like, I love feeling that satisfaction of like, wow, that program worked, or that program didn't work. I love that feeling, even though sometimes it might not always work. It's always fun when it does.
Yeah, and it can be interesting even when it doesn't work the way you want. It can still be.
Yeah.
There's still a sense of accomplishment because it did something.
Yeah,
it may not have been the thing that you intended it to do.
And then you can always fix what you want it to do. Like,
absolutely.
So what kind of challenges have you faced today?
We faced a lot of challenges, such as like a lot of times at the table there are lines, so like we want to get stuff done and like fix stuff. And but the nice thing is we've had like an hour in between each of our robot runs, so we've been able to like fix up anything that needed to be fixed up. And other than that, it's been a lot of fun.
And how do you fix those?
We usually go back to the program at our station, and we will like redo that part that messed up. And sometimes it might take a few tries to fix it, because you have to try. Like our teacher always says to program one thing, try it, program it again, try it, because you're never gonna get it accurate. Like, just doing everything at once. So you always want to make like a rough draft. This is what my team does. We make a rough draft, then we will add details to the rough draft to make sure it works.
And that is just like real life.
I was going to say that we are both software engineers.
Yes.
Ourselves.
So we code
and so
in our everyday lives.
Wow.
And so I can tell you that's exactly what we do too. You go and you build your structure first, and then fill in the details after you think you've got your process together.
Yeah.
And
so
then we have the same challenges where sometimes it won't work, or sometimes you have to go back, and then sometimes it's frustrating.
Yep.
So that's really cool that you're experiencing this so early.
Yeah. Thinking about that, it kind of reminds me of a metaphor for life. You lay out your platform and you add details as you go.
Oh my God, this
Fair
is
enough.
great. I love this.
Fair enough. I'm glad that this is where I'm starting for today. This is
a good interview.
a good starting point. So, in addition to